दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे We will chant from 31. Satkarma paripakate karunanidhinodhritaah प्राप्यतीरतरुच्छायां विश्राम्यन्ति यथा सुखम् उपदेशमवाप्यैवम् आचार्यात् तत्त्वदर्शिनः पंचकोशविवेकेन लभन्ते निर्वृतिं पराम् अन्नं प्राणो मनो बुद्धिः आनन्दश्चेति पंचते कोशास्तैरावृतः स्वात्मा विस्मृत्या संसृतिं व्रजेत् स्यात् पञ्चीकृतभूतोत्थो देहस्थूलोऽन्नसंज्ञकः लिंगे तु राजसैः प्राणैः प्राणः कर्मेन्द्रियैः सह सात्विकैर्धीन्द्रियैः साकम् विमर्शात्मा मनोमयः तैरेव साकं विज्ञान मयोधीर्निश्चयात्मिका कारणे सत्त्वमानन्द मयो मोदादिवृत्तिभिः तत्तत्कोशैस्तु तादात्म्यात् आत्मा तत्तन्मयो भवेत् अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्याम् पंचकोशविवेकतः स्वात्मानं तत उद्धृत्य परं ब्रह्म प्रपद्यते अभाने स्थूलदेहस्य स्वप्ने यद्भानमात्मनः सोऽन्वयो व्यतिरेकस्तद् भाने ज्ञानवभासनम् लिंगाभाने सुषुप्तौ स्यात् आत्मनो भानमन्वयः व्यतिरेकस्तु तद्भाने लिङ्गस्याभानमुच्यते तद्विवेकाद्विविक्ता स्युः कोशाः प्राणमनोधियः ते हि तत्र गुणावस्था भेदमात्रात् पृथक्कृताः. We are distinguishing the Atma from the Panchakoshas. Panchakosha Viveka. Atma is mixed up with the five koshas. Therefore, to understand the true nature of the Atma has to be distinguished from the five koshas. And the distinction is not done physically. Physically, you separate the five koshas from the Atma. Like you dehusk by pounding. The rice is dehusked. It is physically separating. Like peeling a coconut. Coconut peeling, remove the outer skin. It is done physically. But Panchakosha Viveka is not a physical separation of the five koshas. Here, the separation is only in our understanding. We have to understand the Atma as different from the five koshas. We should be able to recognize the Atma as distinct from the five koshas. That is the Viveka. And the Panchakosha Viveka is done through a logic, a yukti. Yukti means a logic. And the yukti adopted here is Anvaya Vyatireka. Anvaya means anuvritti. The continued presence of something is called Anvaya. In this logic, Atmanaha Anvayaha, the continued presence of Atma is called Anvaya or Anuvritti. And the absence of a particular Sharira in a given instance is called Vyatireka. We have already seen the Sthula Sharira Viveka or Annamaya Kosha Viveka. How is it done? We should go to Swapnavastha. In Swapnavastha, the Atma continues. The same Atma which witnesses the Jagrada Avastha is present in the Swapna Avastha also. This is the Anvaya of Atma in Swapna Avastha. Whereas the Sthula Sharira, which was present in Jagrada Avastha, disappears in Swapna Avastha, is absent in Swapna Avastha. It is the Vyatireka of Sthula Sharira. So, in Swapna Avastha, there is the Anvaya of the Atma, continuation of the Atma, and there is Vyatireka of Sthula Sharira. So, in the presence of the Atma, Sthula Sharira is absent. Therefore, Atma is different from Sthula Sharira. This is logically established, taking the help of Swapna Avastha. Then Sukshma Sharira Viveka. To understand Sukshma Sharira Viveka, we should go to Sushupti. In Sushupti, in deep sleep, the Atma continues. The same Atma which witnessed Jagrat and Swapna continues in Sushupti also. You are there in Sushupti also. But Sukshma Sharira disappears. So you are there in Sushupti Avastha. It is the Anvaya. Atmanaha Anvayaha. Atma continues to be present in Sushupti Avastha also. But the Sukshma Sharira disappears. It is the Vyatireka. The disappearance of Sukshma Sharira is Vyatireka. So, Anvaya Vyatireka in Sushupti Avastha. From that we understand the distinction of the Atma from Sukshma Sharira. And once Sukshma Sharira is distinguished, the three koshas, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha, are also distinguished because these three koshas belong to the Sukshma Sharira. So we have done the distinction of four koshas or two shariras, Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. We have already distinguished. In effect, four koshas are distinguished. Now, Karana Sharira and Atma has to be distinguished. How is it possible? Generally, Karana Sharira is there. Generally, in Jagrada Avastha, we have Karana Sharira. We experience the Karana Sharira. How? In the form of ignorance. ahamajnaha, I am ignorant. The karana sharira is there. It is experienced. Even in Jagrada Avastha. See, in Jagrada Avastha we experience all the three shariras. We experience Sthula Sharira. We experience the Sukshma Sharira. We experience our mind. We experience our senses. Likewise, we experience Karana Sharira also in the form of ignorance. Ahamajnaha, I am ignorant, I don't know. In the form of ajnana, Karana Sharira is experienced. Because Karana Sharira is nothing but avidya, ajnana. So in waking, we cannot do the Anvaya Vyatireka. To understand the distinction between Karana Sharira and Atma. In dream also it is not possible. Because even in dream, ignorance is there. Likewise, in deep sleep also, in Sushupti also, it is not possible. Because even in Sushupti, ajnana is there, Karana Sharira is there, Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira are not there. But Karana Sharira is very much experienced in Sushupti. Na kinchidavedisham, I didn't know anything. After waking up, we make this statement. That means Karana Sharira is very much present in Sushupti. Therefore, even Sushupti Avastha cannot be used as an instance to do Anvaya Vyatireka between Atma and Karana Sharira. Therefore, Vidyaranya takes help of a particular instance within Jagrada Avastha. It is called Samadhi. Samadhi is a special type of experience that we get in Jagrada Avastha. Samadhi is a subset of Jagrada Avastha. It is not that there are four avasthas, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Samadhi, not so. Samadhi is in Jagrada Avastha. You have to get Samadhi only in Jagrada Avastha. In Swapna Avastha, Samadhi is not possible. In Sushupti Avastha also, Samadhi is not there. So, in Jagrada Avastha, if you do certain type of sadhana, you can get an avastha called, an experience called Samadhi. Samadhi is a state of absorption where the mind is totally focused on a given object, on a given theme, it is called samadhi. Here Vidyaranya is referring to the absorption of the mind on Atma-jnana. The mind stays in the thought of Atma, stays in the understanding of the Atma. And during the samadhi, you are not aware of anything other than the Atma. That is meant here. The samadhi will be discussed later on in the book itself. What is samadhi, etc. will be studied later on at the end of this prakarana. So samadhi, during samadhi, even ajnana is not experienced. That means karana sharira is not experienced during samadhi. Because only Atma, you are aware of only Atma during samadhi. Karana sharira is not experienced. Avidya is not experienced. You don't see avidya in samadhi. That is the state. That is where you can do the anvaya vyatireka between Atma and Karana Sharira. So, samadhau, in samadhi avastha, sushupti abhane. Here sushupti refers to Karana Sharira, ajnana, avidya. When the avidya is not visible, when the Karana Sharira is not visible, sushuptyabhane, when the Karana Sharira is not experienced, Atmanaha bhanam, the evidence of the Atma, the presence of the Atma, this is the Anvaya. Anvayaha. In samadhi, the Atma continues to be present. Without ajnana. It is Anvaya. Vyatirekastu Atmabhani Sushuptyanavabhasanam. Atmabhani, in the presence of the Atma, during the evidence of the Atma, Sushupti Anavabhasanam, the non-evidence of Karana Sharira, the non-appearance of Karana Sharira, absence of the appearance of Karana Sharira, this is called Vyatireka. This is Vyatireka. So, Karana Sharirasya Vyatirekaha. Karana Sharira is not there, not seen during samadhi. But the Atma keeps shining as before in samadhi also. This is the Anvaya Vyatireka during samadhi. We are taking help of the instance of samadhi to understand the Anvaya Vyatireka between Karana Sharira and the Atma. Thus, even the Karana Sharira is distinguished from the Atma. By distinguishing Karana Sharira, Anandamaya Kosha is also distinguished from the Atma. That is how 5 koshas are anatma. The 5 koshas are non-self, anatma. This is understood. Atma is distinct from all the 5 koshas. Therefore, any identity associated with the 5 koshas is not your true identity. If you identify as anything associated with the 5 koshas, it is a misconception, a fake identity. But unfortunately, all our autobiographies, all our biodatas are associated with these 5 koshas only. Entire biodata, resume, CV, everything is in these 5 koshas. So tell me about yourself. Many of you might have appeared interview, and many of you might have interviewed others also. So what did you ask? And what did you tell about Panchakosha? I. There was the repeated pronoun, repeated usage of the pronoun I. But whatever is mentioned after I, whatever is added to I is non-I. I am this, I am engineer, I am doctor, I am CA, I am MA. All I am, what have we added? All are anatma, non-self. Everything belongs to Panchakosha. Right from our birth, I was born in some year, 1960. I was born in 1960. So who was born? The body was born. I was not born. Atma was never born. The one who truly deserves the reference I is never born. So right from birth to death, all that we write about ourselves, all that we speak about ourselves is mithya, superimposed. Unfortunately, majority of the people live their life without even bothering to know about the true self, the true nature of their own self. That is why Ishavasyopanishad refers to the ajnanis who choose to remain ajnanis. Atmahano janaha. They are atmahanaha. They kill the atma. They destroy the atma by choosing to remain ajnanis. Because the atma is as good as non-existent for them. The true self is as good as non-existent for them. But through Panchakosha Viveka, we understand I am not the five koshas. I am the Atma, Satchidananda. And the Satchidananda Atma, which is distinct from the five koshas, is nothing other than Brahman, the all-pervasive reality. The reality which is one without a second. Ekameva advitiyam sat. Next shloka. Yeah. 41 we did, right? Yeah. Sushuptyabhane bhanam tu samadhau atmanah anvayah. That is not read. Okay. Sushuptyabhane bhanantu samadhavatmanonvayah vyatirekastvatmabhane sushuptyanavabhasanam. So samadhau, in samadhi, sushupti abhane atmanah bhanam. Sushupti abhane means in the absence of karana sharira. Atmanah bhanam, the presence of Atma, the evidence of the Atma is Anvaya. Atmabhane sushupti anavabhasanam. When the Atma is evident, sushupti anavabhasanam, non-evidence of Karana Sharira, sushupti. It is Vyatireka. So that is how Karana Sharira is distinguished. यथा मुञ्जादिषि कैवम् आत्मा युक्त्या समुद्धृतः शरीरत्रितयाद्धीरैः परं ब्रह्मैव जायते. For distinguishing the Atma from the three Shariras, there is an example given in the Shruti. Kathopanishad tam swacharirat pravrihet munjadiveshi kam dhairyena tam vidyachukramamritamiti. So the whole mantra is Angushthamatraf Purushoantaratma Sadajananam Hridaye Sannivishtaha Tam Swacharirat Pravrihet Munjadiveshi Kam Dhairyena Tam Vidyachukramamritamiti. So the Purusha, the Atma, is there in the five koshas. When we say Atma is there in the five koshas, it does not mean Atma is spatially kept in the five koshas. So it is not like one outside box, within that another box, within that another box. So for children, there are some such boxes, box within box, box within box. It is not a spatial arrangement. When we say Atma is there in the five koshas, see, each kosha is considered to be within another kosha, because each is subtler than the previous one. Annamaya kosha is the grossest. Pranamaya kosha is subtler than the Annamaya kosha. And the Pranamaya kosha is pervading the Annamaya kosha. And it is subtler. Therefore, Pranamaya kosha is inside Annamaya kosha, we can see. And Manomaya kosha is pervading the Pranamaya kosha. It is even subtler. Therefore, we can say it is in Pranamaya kosha. Vijnanamaya kosha is pervading Manomaya kosha. It is even subtler. Anandamaya kosha pervades Vijnanamaya kosha. It is even subtler. So it is in the order of subtleness. The five koshas are arranged in the order of subtleness, in the order of sukshmatva. And then Ati Sukshma, the subtlest, is the Atma. The Atma is not confined to the five koshas. Atma is all pervasive. Five koshas are limited. But since the Atma becomes available through the five koshas as Chaitanya, we say Atma is in the five koshas. Being the illuminer of the five koshas, Atma is present in the five koshas. We find the Atma in the five koshas. If we have to find the Chaitanya, if we have to recognize the Chaitanya, we have to look into these five koshas. Even though the Atma is present everywhere, you cannot recognize the Chaitanya in any external object. Sada sarvagatopyatma na sarvatravabhasate buddhavevavabhaseta swacheshu pratibimbavat. Sada sarvagatopyatma. The Atma is always sarvagata, all pervasive. But na sarvatra avabhasate. The Atma is not recognizable everywhere as Chaitanya, because the objects outside do not allow the reflection of the Atma. Buddhau eva avabhaseta. The Atma is reflecting only in the Buddhi. That is why it becomes recognizable only in the Buddhi, in our Buddhi. Example given to this is Swacheshu Pratibimbavat. Just like the Pratibimba, reflection happens only in Swacha, in a clear, polished surface. Today, some people were trying to see reflection in the well. Many could not see reflection. Did anybody see? I have not tried also. So why reflection didn't appear? Because water was not swacha. It was turbulent. If the pratibimba has to happen, the surface has to be swacha. It has to be polished and free from turbulence. See, the light is falling everywhere, but the reflection does not happen everywhere. Where does the light reflect? Let's say sunlight. The sun is shining equally all over the surface, but the sun does not reflect everywhere. It reflects only in polished surface. Likewise, even though the Atma is pervading everything, its presence can be recognized only in the five koshas. We have to look within. So the example to distinguish the Atma is that of a munja grass. There is a grass called munja. The grass has many outer layers, blades, and within the blades there is a thin stalk. It is called ishika. Ishika. So ishika is the stalk in the middle. Now, for some purpose, they have to distinguish, segregate the ishika from the blades of the grass, from the munja blades. It has to be done with the great care, because if you are careless, what will happen? When you peel the blades of the grass, the ishika will break and come with the blade of the grass. That is why, with the utmost care, utmost focus, one has to carefully segregate each blade from the ishika. So one by one, and finally only the stalk is left. That is the example given in the Shruti. In the same manner, one by one, all five koshas have to be distinguished from the Atma. But here we are not distinguishing physically. You are not taking Annamaya kosha and throwing. It is not so. A physical segregation is not possible, and it is not required also. A physical segregation is no use. The segregation is in our understanding, in our vision. In our vision, the segregation has to happen. So, the example is mentioned here. Yatha munjat ishika. Just as the ishika is distinguished from munja, the blades of the munja grass. Evam, in the same manner, dhiraihi, by the dhira, by the wise men, dhiyam irayati iti dhiraha. Those who use their intellect properly are called dhira. Dhiyam irayati. Irayati means he directs his intellect in the proper direction. A wise man is called Dhira. An intelligent person need not be a wise man. There are many intelligent people in the world. But just because somebody is intelligent, he need not have the wisdom. See, the intelligence, being intelligent will help you earn money. Many people have high IQ, and because of their high IQ they do job and they earn lot of money going to America and so on. That is being intelligent. But what do you do with the money? What do you do with the material prosperity? As long as there is no wisdom, the material prosperity is a disaster. As long as there is no wisdom. That is why somebody says, it is easy to earn money, but it is very difficult to handle the money. It is true both in the physical terms as well as in the psychological term, in the psychological perspective. Or spiritual perspective. Many people who have attained the material prosperity, if you see their personal life, either their life or their children's life, if you look into their personal life, it is a disaster. Because they knew how to make money, but they didn't know how to make use of the money, how to handle the money. So, there is a difference between being intelligent and being wise. So, Dhiraha. Dhira is a wise man. He may not have a very high IQ, but he is a wise man. Dhiraha. To understand Vedanta, you don't need a very high IQ. Even if you have an IQ of average or slightly above average, it is enough. You need some buddhi, of course. But there has to be the wisdom. That is why the people who choose Atmajnana are very rare. Such wise men are very rare. Kathopanishad says, Kaschid dhirah pratyagatmanamaikshat. Some rare wise man chooses to see the Pratyagatma, chooses to see the Atma, chooses to be aware of the Atma. But majority of the people choose to go with the Anatma. So, धीरैः शरीरत्रितयात्, from the three shariras, sthula sharira, sukshma sharira and karana sharira. From the three shariras, yuktya samudhrataha atma, the atma is distinguished with the yukti, with the proper reasoning. And when they distinguish the Atma from the Sharira, they understand that the Atma is nothing other than Parabrahma. Param Brahmaiva Jayate. The Atma is understood as Param Brahma. Atma is understood as nothing other than Param Brahma. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.